city have the power of impacting the quality of people's lives years away. In leading a city, you have this wonderful continued inspiration driven by your knowledge of the goodness of the citizens. I really thought that my duty in life then was to run for mayor, unite the community, pass it on to somebody, and go back to practice law.
There's a certain segment of the black community that is outraged because they think that Joe Riley does too much that's beneficial for the white community. There's an equal segment of the white community that's outraged because they think Joe Riley caters to the black community. And so I think that when you tick people off in an equal opportunity way, it probably means somewhere in there you're doing something good.
Charleston, I don't need to tell you, is a very traditional place, and so any kind of concept of change has typically been met with resistance.
Very rarely do you have a person as a leader who is both a visionary and has the ability to make those visions a reality.
I don't know if it's in his vocabulary that it can't be done. If he captures a vision, he feels it can be done. And he just finds ways of trying to make it happen.
Joe Riley has made a magnificent mayor because he works at it. He works and works and works at it.
He's well liked and appreciated.
The most respectful thing for Joe, for me especially as a man, is that he's going to do what the hell he feels is right. And he is one of the few politicians alive today that does that.
But this is the most wonderful city to live in. It's a wonderful, beautiful town, and Joe Riley is the #1 reason for that.
Well, let me begin by asking this. What's happening in the South? The South has voted now for a Republican president time after time, and yet they'll vote for Democrats forever as mayor of Charleston, maybe only because of he has so distinguished a record. But is there
mayor of Charleston could be mayor anywhere.
He created what could be called Politics 101 for Charleston. He wrote the book on how to be a political survivor, how to make a difference in the community.
Look here, honey, there's a big family Bible on a chair knob. Let's go get it. Great big family Bible. The main impetus, my running for mayor, was racial progress. I felt that this city couldn't be a great city and couldn't be a just city and couldn't be a successful city until its doors were open to all people.
Charleston has levels of interesting apartheid. There's geographical apartheid, there's religious apartheid, there's apartheid that depends upon how long you have lived here and whether you were born here. And all of that goes back into the antiquity of the city, and it influences the way that the black community interacts.
You know, what happened was, what the tragedy happened in the South was that we went from Africans being enslaved to the Emancipation Proclamation during the Civil War, freeing them, but that didn't really happen until the war was over in '65. And then that period of Reconstruction, which revisionism, you know, and the South treated as this terribly oppressive time. And then that door slammed shut in 1876. And so then there was this period of Jim Crow that African Americans were no longer enslaved, but they weren't free. it was that undercurrent of just not being able to let go of that suppression, that I'm better than you because I'm a different color. And at least that makes me feel better, because I can't own you anymore, but I am better than you.